What's good, y'all? Saberwolf94, TCG Online, shiny Rayzone game. Of course. I've got a few more. Maybe this is, I'll put this one up and then take a little break again, show some different matches. I don't want to be showing the same shit all the time, but hey, this is a deck that I've used the most recently since I finally had shiny Rayzone. Thanks to that viewer of mine, Restless Thoughts. Good stuff. Okay. So let's see what we got now. We're gonna mulligan that shit. I don't like when this happens. I don't want to give my opponent a free card, but it is what it is. I mean, I run enough basics, I guess. 10 and 11 should be your minimum. 9 might be too few. Like, if you don't care, if you know that you don't care if you give your opponent free cards, you're gonna get a drop on them and you know what you're doing. There have been decks that were very successful with a lot less basics than that, but for your normal decks, maybe you want to do 10, 11 at least. So we're going to open with shiny Rayquaza. Good. And I've got the Magnemite down. I've got the Heavy Ball, but no Rare Candy or Skyla. So what this means is I'm going to play the Heavy Ball here. Just grab a shiny Rayquaza. And I'm going to, since we have Lily, I think I might take advantage of that. Play the Stadium down, play the Switch. Just do some bullshit just so that I can draw a lot of cards with Lily. I hate when I have Lily to have other supporters in hand. Like, especially a lot. Like, if I had only one, let's say either N or Sycamore, fine. But when I have like a lot, in this case, 2 wasn't that bad. But other times, I like have a bunch of supporters together, like 4 or 5 supporters. I'm like, dude, I don't need these guys together. When I want at least one, I don't get one, and then I get 5 together. Damn. So we can take advantage of Lily. I drew, I think, 6 cards in this case, something like that. 6 to 7 cards, if my maths isn't shit. So that's good enough. It's good enough. I mean, we didn't use N, and I didn't use Sycamore. We got a bunch of shit. Now, I didn't grab a lot of significant stuff, just more supporters together. Yeah, I got another Cynthia, another Sycamore. So that's a shame. So if I use either one of those, I'm going to shuffle more cards and draw less. And if I use Sycamore, I ditch everything. So terrible shit. Man, I really just want supporters like Chorus again, or just good straight draw supporters maybe. I don't know. Like, I wish we had guys that just let you just draw 4 cards instead of 3. That's much better. Anyway, so if you guys haven't noticed, my opponent is playing Volcanion fire shit. You've got the Staryu down, so he's running Starmie to grab the energies to the hand. You got your nice Turnator here, good tech. If you use the GX attack, you can instantly power the dudes. You got Ho-Ho as a backup guy too. The typical kind of fire standard deck, I guess. I like Incineroar GX better, but hey, it's good stuff too. So my opponent attached the fire energy and used the max elixir, grab another one for free. So imagine now he's gonna use a GX attack and set up his guys. You might as well. You've got no better GX attack to utilize in this deck. So his Pokemon are going to be set up pretty quickly. And it seems he passed. I haven't the vaguest idea why he didn't use it. Oh, right. He probably doesn't have enough of the discard pile to take advantage of. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the Choice Band, play another energy, play as many cards as I can, so we can hopefully thin the deck a little bit for Cynthia, but I still shuffled the same amount and drew the same, so not good. It's still consistency. You're still basically regulating your hand, but I want to thin my hand when I play this so that I thin my deck and draw the shit necessary. So we got another Magnemite. That's okay. I need to have a couple just in case with this deck. And the Mime is useless, but we're going to play it anyway, just so that I remove it from my hand. We've got the space. We might have to use it as a decoy too. And no Magnezone yet. That's not good. Not good at all. So I hate having the shiny Rayquaza active only to die. I need to get a knockout with this dude. And unfortunately, a lot of the times he just has to act like as a decoy while we're setting up. And that's not good, since it doesn't have that much HP, 120. It's It's not going to survive hits like Rayquaza EX. So, you know, you might only get one attack out of each of them. So you have to make it count. So my opponent used an N. It's going to give me some shit. Okay, that's fine. And I get the Magnezone, but no Rare Candy or Skyla again. So no good. We got another Devoured Field that I really don't need. I didn't even want to play the first one down, but you do it for Lily, of course. And I guess we're going to use the Heavy Ball, grab another Shiny Rayquaza, just get that guy too, remove it from the deck and shit, thin my deck. And my opponent used the first attack that does 50, Shell Trap I think it's called, yeah. And it's going to basically put me in a situation where if I attack, I'm dead as well. So I hate that. It's a great roundabout way to kill Shiny Rayquaza. He doesn't even have to use the big attack. It's too bad, man. He knows what he's doing. Good move on his part. So let's see. I'm gonna end myself now, and let's hope we do some shit here. I get the rare candy and the Magnezone, so we're ready to go. Don't think I have enough energies though. We got one, so we've got three. But I need one more, and gotta find a way to move this Shining Rayquaza, the damaged one, out of the way. I need like a switch, so I'm gonna pass here again. I'm gonna aim to force my opponent to knock it out, or just hope I get like an energy next turn, and then I can use the Skyla for switch and shit. Oh, I actually used the switch, so maybe Float Stone, and just remove the Shining Rayquaza out of the way, and put the fresh one to attack. So my opponent is getting ready himself too. The Turnator is almost ready to use the big attack, and the other guys have a few energies on too. And he end again. That's fine. That's fine. My hand wasn't that great anyway, and I appreciate free cards when I get them. So what did we get? We got a Magneton. Okay, I'll take that. Not bad. A Lightning Energy. I'll take that too. And Cynthia and N, so that's good too. I can use this, hopefully, do some shit. So my opponent used Shell Trap again, got the knockout on the Rayquaza. It's sad that I couldn't do anything, but it is what it is. And let's do some shit now. Let's do some shit. I'm gonna possibly use Tapu Lele to grab Skyla maybe, so I can grab a letter. Maybe we don't have to use Cynthia or N just yet. On the flip side though, I better use it, because if I get the knockout here, I'm gonna be down to 4 prizes, so right. Interesting. And it seems I am going for the Skyla play. Maybe that's not the greatest, but I guess we've got Cynthia too. I can use that instead of N next turn. So Skyla, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do things the safe way. Now that I've got like Tapu Lele, my playstyle I feel has slightly changed. I mean, before you would just play the supporter, play like an N or some shit, and just hope I draw the extra energy, and if I didn't, that'd be trouble. And odds are you should get at least one, or get the letter or something. That's gonna do the job. But now it seems I play it safe. Like I played the Tapu Lele since I could, grab the Skyla and grab the letter instantly this way. That's also a risk, because maybe the letter wouldn't be in the deck. I've got two, but maybe they're both priced. Maybe one of them is priced and I might have used one. So sometimes you should always check your deck when you searching for a Pokemon and shit. You check your deck, you see what you got, and make sure you got the necessary shit you're trying to search. If I didn't have letter, I was gonna use Skyla for no reason basically, and just waste my supporter as well. Okay, so we got the knockout here. Shiny Rayquaza starting to put in work. I get the Ultra Ball. That's not bad either. Maybe we can get rid of N and grab the other Magnezone, play that down, just so that I have two. And my opponent is going to promote the fucking, shit, what's it called? Volcanion, the basic one. And unfortunately, because of Shell Trap, I got 80 damage on, damn. So this means my opponent can easily get an easy knockout. with this dude. He's not going to do just 20. He's going to get the knockout with a little guy. So that only leaves me one shiny Rayquaza. Now we've got the stretcher too. I don't think I've used that yet. But I mean, we only knocked out one Pokemon that gives 2 prizes, and that's no good. You don't want to waste all those. But he basically utilized Shell Trap very, very well, honestly. These guys are ready, getting ready too. It seems he decided he's favoring the Ho-Ho, I guess. But it's not going to make that much difference. It still dies to Rayquaza. Actually, that's good. I can even use Magnezone if I want to on that Pokemon since it's lightning weak. His varying weakness actually works in my favor in this case. So I'm going to get rid of his stadium for the Devoured Field just cuz. Why not? We probably don't need it unless he plays shit like Fury Belt. It seems people don't play those cards these days. It seems he did, and he played it on the basic Volcanion. That's really a waste if you ask me. If you know about this deck, you know that it wants to get one-hit knockouts. If you prevent me from getting one-hit knockouts, you really fuck with me a lot. So Volcanion is gonna die anyway to Rayquaza. So what's the point of playing the fighting Fury Belt on here? So we're gonna Ultra Ball, get rid of the N and the little Magnemite here. Grab another Magnezone. So now that I got 2, I'm feeling okay. If my opponent Guzmas or some shit, and we can even use one to kill the Ho-Ho maybe. And Cynthia is going to net me some pretty good cards. We've got the Fisherman ready for next turn. We've got the Energy Retrieval 2, a Fire Energy. So I'm looking good on the energy side, which is exactly the stuff I need now. The only problem is N. If my opponent ends, that could be some shit. I've got a bunch of useless cards here like rare candies, as you guys can see. It would suck to start drawing them. There's also the other benefit of getting the Magnezones out. You sort of use the cards that you don't want anymore, the rare candies and shit. Alright, so I'm going to get the knockout. It's only going to give us 1 prize, but we got to do what we got to do. I get the Float Stone. That's not bad. We might actually need this. This might be handy. So my opponent is going to play another Turnator GX, so he runs a lot. He runs like 3. I'm not sure if that's the standard and shit. I've never played this deck. Just straight Volcanion, Turnator, Ho-Ho. I don't know. I guess you would want a lot though to start with him and use the GX attack and shit. He's also a good Pokemon in general with Shell Trap and the high attack that does 160. So Max Elixir, yeah, my opponent didn't grab anything and he actually scooped. So yeah, short game. It seems I won. He wasn't going to be able to do anything. He realized maybe that I was going to win. Who knows? But hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends. Didn't realize this was a short game like that. But Saberwolf94, what's up?